Demand for the Tesla Cybertruck may not be, well, anywhere near as much as what we thought it would be and what Tesla thought it would be, but there are some good news stories popping up around the Cybertruck and its apparent ability to hit anything and still be fine. Now, the truth is that you're not indestructible in a Cybertruck. People have died in some Cybertruck crashes that were just insane, that I don't think anything could have, any real vehicle could have withstood that kind of force. But it's kind of interesting to see what happens when you hit a deer. I was riding my bicycle with my wife I was riding from down towards San Francisco, but it was a couple of hours north on the coast road. This was in the evening, right along, and I saw a Ford Mustang had driven into the ocean. It was either the ocean or a river. I don't remember. It was either, anyway. I saw this Ford Mustang and the front of it was in the ocean and a guy was getting out, trying to get out of his door. And I actually think he wound down the window and climbed out the window. And I was thinking, why is he in the ocean? What happened? Did he fall asleep? Anyhow, it turns out he'd hit a deer. So the front of his car was just destroyed. And I've since then seen other people hit deers. I personally have hit a kangaroo, or a kangaroo hit me. I was driving along the road and this kangaroo just comes out of nowhere and runs at my car, basically dives into the side of it. It was insane. It put a dent in the side of my Mitsubishi. That wasn't too bad. But generally when you hit a kangaroo or you hit a deer or something like that, your car is going to be just totaled, annihilated. And here in Australia, a lot of people use bull bars. They use these big metal kind of things they put on the front of their cars to protect you from basically getting your car smashed right in from a collision with an animal. Deer, they get pretty big. This Tesla Cybertruck actually hit a deer at 75 miles an hour and just kept driving as though nothing happened. Now, as you can see, something did happen, but not very much. In fact, it was remarkable how little damage the Cybertruck had. A new video showing the damage to a Tesla Cybertruck after a high-speed deer impact shows the Cybertruck is pretty damn strong in a deer situation. So if you're driving in roads where you're driving maybe on freeways where there are deer around, it could be a good option as a car in order to, protect yourself and the occupants of your vehicle. According to Justin Demery, the incident happened at around 4 a.m. as he and others were traveling to Boca Chica. Out of nowhere, a deer stepped into the path of the Cybertruck and there was no way to avoid hitting it. This wasn't a small deer. It was a 6-point buck. Those things are enormous. I saw some of those near the redwoods in California. They scared me a bit, to be honest. Anyhow, it hit the pickup on the front driver's side corner where the front wraps around to the side. The deer, it didn't survive. But as you can see, the truck did incredibly well. Demery, who runs the Bearded Tesla social media account, showed off the damage soon after the crash. The front fender is pushed back toward the cab slightly. The inner fender liner is clearly damaged. The strip of metal above the window is bent back. But apparently this is a Turo rental. So we've got no idea what it's going to cost, but it's estimated it'll cost around $5,000 to repair. Seems pretty good to me. I'd be very happy with this if I hit a deer in this, and it wasn't my vehicle, for one, and two, it withstood the incident this well. So, Eric Lutz, a former law enforcement officer, said of the crash and resulting damage, "I worked in law enforcement for 5 years, worked countless deer wrecks. This is insane how well it held up." And apparently, it actually drove on full self-driving after the accident. So, the people who were testing this or had hired the vehicle were using full self-driving. I don't know if they were using it whilst this happened, but, no. They've actually confirmed they did not have full self-driving engaged at the time of the collision as the driver was in full control. So the truck was able to drive away from the scene without any major features being compromised. They actually used full self-driving afterwards. It worked well, apparently. And I have to concur. I've used full self-driving in a Cybertruck. I can't believe how good it was. It was better than me. I actually tried. It was like a game I was playing. I thought, I'm going to try and drive it as smoothly as the computer is driving the car. And I couldn't. I really couldn't. And I think I'm actually not too bad of a driver. Depends on who you ask though, right? Anyhow, guys, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments. Thanks for watching. This is the most entertainment I've had in a very long time. A Tesla Cybertruck driver, he actually rented this Cybertruck. He has seen someone stealing stuff off his porch. Now, there is footage proving this did happen. In fact, there's footage from his camera on his actual step of his porch showing these vigilantes pick up the package, run off, jump into their Genesis vehicle and try to do a run. Now, he's seen them and this is what's happened. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. I'm a big fan of the Cybertruck. I drove it when I was in California. I loved it. I know a lot of people hate the Cybertruck, but I personally think they're awesome. And when you see the actual rear tub, the rear tray, the rear bed, it's such a practical vehicle. I mean, I know a lot of people think that's not, but I really think that it is. And full self-driving in the Cybertruck now it works. I tested it for an hour and it was amazing. It drove better than I possibly could. Anyhow, what happened here was this owner he's driving home. He's driving behind a Tesla Model Y. It looks like a neighborhood where there's a lot of people who have electric cars, a lot of Teslas around. He's obviously rented this bright green Tesla Cybertruck wrapped in bright green. And well, yeah, he has seen these people running off his porch with his package. Clearly, they have run into their Genesis vehicle. Now, I should point out these guys are apparently known criminals. The police have been chasing them down. They've done this many times. It's like their full-time job. They've got nothing better to do. And so the police, once these people were apprehended, will actually have to put some of them behind bars, which is good to hear. Anyhow, he's seen the car. He's tried to actually stop this Genesis vehicle, right, from getting away. He's kind of nudged them to the right, and the Genesis driver has smashed into a tree, and then the Cybertruck driver, as you can see from the damage to the Cybertruck, is basically smashed in the front of his vehicle, which it does look like, it's still drivable, the vehicle, but it looks like it could be totaled potentially. So the question is, will the insurance cover the damage to the Tesla? Apparently, Turo, they are obviously the rental company. I have rented Turo vehicles in the United States before. They're apparently really, really popular. Their insurance say that they're going to cover this, even though this was, maybe kind of an intentional crash. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but you know what I mean? It was a sort of a vigilante scenario. Now, some people in the comments are saying, well, you've got no choice in America. These porch pirates are doing this constantly and you have to take the law into your own hands. Otherwise, the police will do nothing. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I've read that in many comment sections. And I remember Mark Rober, right? Have you guys seen the video? I'm sure many people have seen it. What is it? Had like 100 million views now. Or he made those kind of booby traps for porch pirates who they went and thought they were stealing something from someone's porch, took it home, opened it up, and the thing just exploded in their face with all these glitter bombs that just